Hey, what do you say, everybody? Gio Setti here with you on the one and the only Focus to the Finish with Gio Setti YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me tonight. We'll try to keep this somewhere in the area of 10 minutes, if I have 10 minutes of your time. What we're going to talk about is what lies ahead. Now, of course, we just had the titanic thrill of the Breeders' Cup Championships, Juvenile Friday and Championship Saturday, now in the books. If you missed my recap show, you can go and check it out. Don't need to talk about it here. Let's talk about what lies ahead. So here we are, first week in November. Election Day's in the books. The Breeders' Cup's in the books. Mr. said he don't really care about Election Day. It was not that important to me. But anyway, we have Thanksgiving later on this month, and we have the joy and peace of the holiday season in December. So I had to mention those things first. But let's talk about the racing calendar. Where do we go from here regarding thoroughbred racing and what I'm going to be providing for you guys basically throughout the months going into the new year of 2026. And of course, at any given time, if there's something I do not cover here in terms of what lies ahead, please, much appreciated. Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do, especially if you want to be notified directly with anything that I drop, whether it's a deep dive handicap, whether it's providing a pick 3 or a pick 5, deep diving several races. Of course, I'm going to cover all the major stakes races that happen throughout thoroughbred racetracks throughout the country, east to west. And of course, I'll be notifying you of very specific major full card days where I'm going to be providing a full card precise order SETI handicap. All right, so what lies ahead? Now, I'm always prepared. I got it up here, but I wrote some things down just so I make sure I covered the topics. Racetracks. What meets will be on now? What meets we opening in a short period of time? And what will go through the winter and into the spring, leading to the first Saturday in May, the Kentucky Derby, something that will all be on our calendars on that first Saturday in May of 26. First things first, NYRA. All right, now a lot of people play Aqueduct, Belmont, and Saratoga. By the way, Belmont finally, mercifully, opening back up. It is targeted for the fall of 26. That's next fall. Big Sandy will have a synthetic track. And when Belmont opens, good riddance to Aqueduct and the winter racing and the inner track and what really is, in my opinion, not a real nice place anymore. And it's sort of, I have recollections because I go back a long way when I was born and raised in Sheepshead Bay, and I used to go to Aqueduct all the time, but it's not the same. The elements changed, and, it's not really a great place for live racing. But Belmont will be special. So Belmont's coming to the fall of 26. If you're so inclined, you could play Aqueduct and NYRA all winter long. The fields would be small, and the riders, the elite riders won't be at Aqueduct. Trust me, they'll be elsewhere, and we'll talk about that. Then you have the meet at Tampa Bay Downs, which, by the way, is their 100th year at Tampa Bay Downs. That's starting November 19th, running through April. I wrote some dates down. Highlighted by the Sam F. Davis Stakes on January 24th and the Tampa Bay Derby on February 21st. Usually when the Tampa Bay Derby goes, it's the first Derby of the, there are plenty listed stakes or graded stakes that are Kentucky Derby preps, but obviously the Tampa Bay Derby is their highlight or marquee day at Tampa Bay Downs. Tampa Bay Downs, I always were intrigued and had a lot of success handicapping the turf races there. I like turf racing in the winter, so I'll be playing some Tampa Bay Downs for sure and doing some full cards and doing shows on Tampa Bay Downs. Then you have the winter meet at Oaklawn Park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. It opens Friday, December 12th, so you got a little more than a month for Oaklawn Park. Runs through May 2nd. Of course, many days are highlighted there, but I wrote a few down. The Southwest Day is January 31st. Rebel Day is March 1st of 26. And then the Arkansas Derby, which is very impactful for the Kentucky Derby entries, is on March 28th. Let's move forward. And by the way, Oaklawn Park, it's always nice size fields and very competitive racing. What I'm trying to say, a lot of big prices at Oaklawn Park. Not a bad track to play in the winter months. I got Gulfstream Park. Now, I haven't been playing as much Gulfstream in recent years, but they do run late November through March of 26, the championship meet. January 29th is a major day, Pegasus Day, which they generally run about 8 or 9 stakes races on that day. Mr. Setti's always involved with a full card handicap. Then you got the Florida Derby, of course. We'll move forward. Let's go to Churchill Downs. Churchill Downs is running now through the month of November. So if you're playing horses right around, the week before Thanksgiving or during Thanksgiving week, you'll have Churchill Downs. And that runs until Turfway Park opens. Turfway Park, I've been playing every year because one thing I like about Turfway Park, that, by the way, that opens, if you want to mark the date down, December 3rd. And Turfway Park gives you the opportunity to work all day or take care of your business during the day and then play live racing at night. So under the lights, Turfway Park on a synthetic, Wednesdays through Saturdays. Don't need to discuss it here, but I've had some big nights at Turfway and some real gut-wrenching days there too. But I'm usually very prepared. I always find it very challenging capping Turfway Park over in Kentucky. Others to consider, I don't have specific dates, but Woodbine over in Canada, they race on a synthetic. And if you are so inclined, the Santa Anita racetrack on the West Coast. So what I think is best to do, and you guys know, if you're playing horses a very long time, some people shut down after the Breeders' Cup, and that's okay too. But if you're staying involved and you're still capping, or you're still looking forward to being part of big race days with somebody like myself, Mr. Setti here, on the Focus to the Finish YouTube channel, then I'm here for you, all right? I'm going to do some handicapping shows just so you could sharpen your saws, tighten the screws, and I'll help you along the way, all right? So in the comments, let me know which track or tracks, plural, that you like to play. Where do you have success at? If you have any questions about some of the tracks, for example, I mentioned that Tampa, of course, in Florida has turf racing, and you may have questions about how I approached my turf handicapping over at Tampa Bay, or how I approached my night racing at Turfway Park in Kentucky on a synthetic track, that sort of thing, okay? So thanks for joining me here. I wanted to keep this relatively short. I do hope that everybody is doing well. And as always, God bless you. God bless your families. Love is a beautiful thing, so spread love, okay? And, do the right thing all the time. And good things happen to those that do the right thing, all right? It's very important. All right, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next show. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments, and I'll see you real soon, all right? Let's go get them.